I'm Nic Hyl. Thank you so much for tuning in, and today I want to talk to you about how to find clothing manufacturers, especially if you're just starting your fashion venture for your own brand. As a designer and a brand owner, it's probably one of the questions that I get asked the most. In my new program, Nic Hyl Fashion University, I send out weekly emails to give people tips and advice on what they can do in order to get their brand up and running and for their production to run smoothly. A couple of weeks ago, I sent out an email about finding manufacturers and how to best source them, and I got the most questions on this one topic. So I wanted to hop on here and give some of my tips to all of you who might be wondering the same thing. So without further delay, here we go. The first thing that I would recommend is looking within your network. If you are already a fashion industry professional or a fashion designer, you probably know people in the fashion industry already. Hit those people up, ask them who their factories are, who's making what for who. And the more that you kind of get your ear to the ground and get some ideas with what's happening with your network, you should be able to get a solid referral base of factories that you know going into the conversation. You should be able to trust them because they've already done some work for people that you already know. The next thing that I would recommend is definitely checking within social media. As a brand owner who has a dedicated account for my brand on LinkedIn and on Instagram and on Facebook, I get at least 2 to 3 messages per day from factories looking to do business with me. So that's at least 14 contacts per week that I'm gaining from factories that are interested to make clothes for me. Now granted, I don't typically take any of them up because I already have factories that I am accustomed to working with and that I like working with, but for someone just starting out, this might be a great way to really find a factory. Things that you want to keep in mind is the country that these factories are in, because doing business in different countries from where you are located sometimes is a bit of a learning curve. The next thing that I would recommend is definitely checking for the garment centers that are in your local city. And if you don't live in a city that has a garment center, find one that does. My tip here would be any city that does a fashion week should have a garment center. So if it's Miami Fashion Week, Houston Fashion Week, Los Angeles Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, all of those cities have garment centers, and you should be able to find a website for that garment center and that will list all of the companies that are located within the garment center, and you can kind of use it as a bit of a directory. Next tip that I would give would be to check in trade magazines or trade newspapers. So if you are making denim and you're doing denim apparel, there might be a trade magazine specifically for denim. Check in the classified section of that magazine, and a lot of times companies who are looking to pick up new accounts will post ads in the classifieds. And my last tip for you, if you are looking for a new factory, is to get my factory directory. Hello, I've got Nic Hyl Fashion University, and I've got a great domestic factory directory located in my program that you'll be able to use to source factories. My directory has over 38 different factories that do various types of work, and I would highly recommend reaching out to me at info@nichyl.com and requesting the brochure. It is included for free with my Nic Hyl Fashion University program. I probably will charge a nominal fee for it in order to share it out, but I definitely think that it's going to help a lot of you. There's a ton more tips that I have to share. If you want more, you're going to have to head to the program. If you want to find out more about my brand, don't forget to check me out at www.nichyl.com or Nic Hyl at Nic Hyl Clothing on Instagram. If you want to find out more about my program, Nic Hyl Fashion University, go to nichylfashionuniversity.com on the World Wide Web or Nic Hyl Fashion University on Instagram. Those are my tips for you. If you're looking for any clothing manufacturers, let me know if they work, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.